Hey everybody! This is my second well-inked creative subscription box, and this is the box for March, which arrived late, obviously, which I will get into later on in the video. Let's ignore the fact I opened it upside down. My shipping was affixed to what I assumed to be the top of the box, or I guess Canada Post assumed it was the top of the box. Either way, shipping labels normally go on top, so that's the end I opened, and I guess that isn't how it was supposed to go. But that's okay! Thank goodness nothing was fragile. The first item is a dual pack of the Tombow Fudenosuke brush pens, also listed as being calligraphy pens on the packaging. These come in two versions, a softer, more flexible tip, and a harder, less flexible tip. Next, we have the Tombow Mono drawing pens, which come in a 3-pack with the sizes 01, 03, and 05. At this point, I'm super pumped because I've wanted to try Tombow products for a while, so not only did I get a pack of brush pens, I get these too. I'm pretty pleased. Next up is the Mitsubishi dual-ended pencil in Vermilion and Prussian Blue. I've never used any kind of pencil other than graphite for sketching, not even like a col erase, so this is pretty exciting too. There is a magnetic bookmark from M Paper, I think is how it would be pronounced, and I get a cactus! I love cactus, and it's just so dang cute. And lastly, I received an Alex Foster illustration plain paper notebook with this adorable space print on the cover. It contains 64 pages, and I had to Google it, but they're 90 GSM, or about 24 pounds in thickness, so the paper is just slightly thicker than your usual 20-pound printer paper. The paper is incredibly smooth though. It's really brilliant for sketching and inking, but I'll get back to that in a bit. Oh, and lastly is the card that tells you what everything is, and it also has this really lovely quote from Kurt Vonnegut, so pause if you want to read that. Let's talk about the super cute bookmark for a moment. According to the card, it is tear, water, and grease resistant. For each M Paper product sold, a contribution is made to a charity, and this bookmark has purchased 1 tetanus shot. I will post their link in the description box if you're interested in anything else from them. I then went and tested all the products in the notebook I received to get an idea of how everything works together, and I started with the brush pens. This first brush pen is the soft flexible tip, which immediately struck me as being a million times less bendy and unpredictable than my Pentel pocket brush pen. I'll compare that in a moment. The Fudenosuke brush pens are supposed to be great for lettering and drawing and great for beginners. I tested both tips by doing some little swirlies while varying pressure. Next are the Tombow Mono drawing pens. Instead of writing the same thing over and over, I decided to vary. I don't know why the 03 seemed like such a change from the 01, so ignore what past Ley wrote there. When you see them all together, the size differences make a lot more sense. This is my Pentel pocket brush for comparison, and as you can see, I really suck at using it. It has an incredibly soft, flexible tip, which is great for most artists, but I've never gotten the hang of it. Here are all 3 tips compared: the Pentel pocket brush pen on the left, the hard tip pen, and then the soft tip pen on the right. Oh, and for demonstration, the Cactus Bookmark has magnets on it, and it does not budge. As you can see, I am kind of shaking the heck out of this notebook, and it is not going anywhere. I was having a lot of issues with my camera not focusing, which I've never had before, and I think it's just because the pencil's kind of light, so I'm sorry this footage isn't more zoomed in. The pencil is nice. It does erase, but it leaves kind of like a ghost behind on the page, so it doesn't erase 100%. I compared the Mono drawing pens to my Staedtler pens, and the sizes are incredibly comparable. I did test my alcohol-based markers over top of them to see if anything bled at all, because sometimes alcohol-based markers will make pen bleed and look really gross, but they didn't. They are water-based pigments, so I'm not sure how waterproof they would be with watercolor on top, but I guess that's something I will try down the line. So, I'm not going to lie, I didn't really know where to go with these supplies because I don't do a lot of, like, traditional inking because I do have kind of a crappy wrist. So, I wanted to draw a cactus based on the bookmark, but I'd never done one before, so my first one turned out kind of bad. So let's try that again and see how it goes. After that disaster cactus, I decided to go with something I'm used to drawing instead. Which I know, it's a total cop-out, but I really wanted to play with the brush pens to create swirly hair. I haven't inked traditionally in a very long time, and I started by using the Mono drawing pens, but very quickly discovered the brush pens are so much more fun to use. The brush pens are definitely my favorite thing in this box. They make it so easy to create different line thicknesses and to get that brush pen inked look without the mess. I completely zoned out while doing this and didn't think about working left to right, obviously. And since I'm right-handed, normally I would have pens smeared everywhere. And that did not happen. There weren't even pen marks on my hands, which is another thing I'm used to. I did cheat and use my black Copic Chow marker to fill in the hair, but I wasn't about to waste all the ink in my brush pens by trying to do that. I did cut that footage out since it's a Copic. Everyone knows what those look like, and it wasn't included in this box. I was going to use the paper in the notebook for this, which is nice, I do like the paper, but I ended up using Hammermill cardstock instead, since I think I'm going to add color to this, so if you don't follow me on Instagram and Twitter, feel free to find me there to see how that turns out. I am at Leysketch on both. So, this box was late. For some background, Well Inked is a bi-monthly subscription box, so you receive a box every other month, which I prefer since I don't feel like I'm collecting a bunch of art supplies I won't use. My subscription renewed on March 1st, and they would have received payment then. I did pay for this box. Around the 20th of March, I became concerned since my last box renewed December 30th and shipped by January 12th. Not to mention, Kat and Eve had both already received their boxes, and I will link their videos down below if you want to see what they did with their well-inked boxes. In the email, Myrna Reichel, who is one of the co-owners, told me they renew payments on the 1st of the month, and then between the 15th and the 30th, the boxes will ship. On April 3rd, they had yet to ship, so I did get nervous, and I did send another email to be a pest, and she told me that they had just received the last item they needed and the box would be shipping, which it did the next day on April 4th, and I received the box on April 9th. Shipping is super fast, by the way, because I'm in Nova Scotia and I think they're located in Alberta. But yeah, the box was a tad late, but the customer service at Well Inked is fantastic. Myrna answered my emails about an hour after I sent each one. They're devoted also to including artisan-produced supplies in each box. In this box, the notebook is by Alex Foster. I'll link him down below. And in the box before, I got that paintbrush holder that I still use every time I work in watercolor. If you want to check out Well Inked, I'll include all their links down below in the description box. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe, and you can support my videos by giving this one a like. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you at my next video. Bye!